Welcome to the Serial Designer, and today we are going to work on Midjourney, especially for architects and interior designers. And I've been looking forward to this video since a while now. And Midjourney is a subscription based model wherein actually bought Midjourney for you guys, and let's see how we can make our images come true. Also, Midjourney is a very friendly software. Also, it works on a Discord group, so only if you've created around 100 images, then you can go directly on the Midjourney app and work on it. But for now, because I haven't created 100 images, I'm yet here on the Discord group. So there are two ways in which you can work on Midjourney. One is the Midjourney app and one is the Discord app. I'm right now on the Discord app because I haven't created 100 images. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video. Also, subscribe to my channel and never miss another update from us. And without any further ado, let's get started. So the first Discord group looks like this. So I have a few Discord apps which I've already downloaded, and if you see, this is typically like a chat room. So I'm sure a lot of people already know what Discord is. Midjourney works on two softwares. That is, first is the slash software, that is slash, and you give a command, that is imagine, blend, describe, feedback, help, or whatever. And next it works on specific target parameters, that is your slash slash aspect ratio, semicolons, the use of slash slash SW50. What are these softwares, what are these parameters? I'm going to let you know right away. And let's get started. So the first command that I have in mind, now this is your typical Discord group, this is how it looks like, a typical chat room. The moment I press on slash slash, it will give me in imagine. You could ask Midjourney bot anything. You could blend, that is two images. You could describe a certain image, that is you can write two in this software. So the image whatever you upload, it gives you like a description of the same. So you can always upload your description or your drawings, and let's see what output it comes up with. You could go with help, imagine, info, invite, turners, preferred options, and blah blah blah. The list is endless. But I think the most famous prompt that we have is slash imagine. So we click there, and yes, now it is asking for a prompt. So in this prompt, I'm going to type something very architectural. Let's see what results. I'm very excited to know the results. A typical Midjourney prompt is divided into three parts. First is the medium. What kind of a medium do you want? Do you want architectural? Do you want photography? Do you want it to look like a sketch? Do you want it in watercolor? Do you want it as an illustration? Do you want a very hyper realistic photograph? What do you want as a person? You have to give it specific prompts to get specific results. Second is the subject. What is the material that they have to use? What is the scape in which the building is made? What is the element of the structures? What architect or interior designer are you having inspiration from? Any other details which you would like to give about the structure? Now this subject is the crux of your prompt. You will have all the details written in it. Simple details, from having a lot of planters, to not having planters, to having car free environments. What exactly do you want to see in your render? The third part is the environment aspect of it. That is, do you want it in daylight? Do you want it to be a rainy day? Do you want it to be in a certain season? How do you want your natural light to be in your structure? Also, where is your structure located? Is it located in the city? Is it located at the countryside? Where and how are you going to work on it? So a typical prompt that is divided based on these three ideas. I'm going to create my own prompt. First, v slash and imagine space, that will give you the prompt idea. Then you can go ahead and type exterior, because I wanted my render to be looking like a photograph and to be realistic. So I'll type in there, comma, realistic, because I want my render to look very realistic. Then I go ahead and type my subject. That is, I'm very excited to see the result. Sustainable architecture, sustainable architecture, wooden fins. So basically what I'm trying to do here is trying to give it exact prompts to see the exact results. So now you can give it a prompt as to something which is very trending on Pinterest, or you could give an architect's name that is inspired from a specific entity. That is, and for example, I'm taking Frank Gehry, inspired from Frank Gehry architectural style. Let's see what it comes up with. I'm very excited. Comma. Now we talk about the environment aspect of it. That is, I want the picture in daylight, natural light. What kind of ideas do you want to add? That is, do you want it to be hyper detailed, octane, render? Let's see now. What do you think other sizes it's going to give you? You don't have a ratio, right? So now is the use of parameters. So you go space, because you want a landscape picture. Let's see, you have to give it a parameter of 16 by 9 because you want a landscape image. Let's see, we have already given the command and I'm very excited to see what it comes up with. So it does take a while. So if you can see, the percentage is written right here. I'm actually not very unhappy with the kind of renders it has come up with. If you go to see, let's look into it. There are two high-rise buildings. Yes, there's a podium with shops. Yes, it's a landscaped environment. It's in front of a waterfront, and it also has children playing. So I can see a few children playing here. So there are four variants if you see, and I feel the third variant and the fourth variant are some of my favorites. And if you can see, the podium has also come out in a very beautiful way. So now, if you can see, there is U1, U2, U3, U4, V1, V2, V3, and V4. So what it's typically asking you is that from all these four, which is the one you like the most? So if you like variant number 3, they will give you more samples on variant number 3. And if you're happy with the similar render, so then you can select and upscale one of the images. So these are commands for your upscaling, and these are commands for a few variations. The refresh button gives you the ability to maybe come up with more renders from the same prompt. So I think I really like the second one and the first one. So I will just go ahead and type on V2 because I really want to see more variations of V2, and I also want to see more variations of V4. So my variations are here, and I'm very pretty happy with the kind of variations I have got. So if you can see, a very good waterfront. Even there are wooden fins, and there are, in this case, there's only one high-rise building, but actually I had specifically asked for two high-rise buildings. So let's go with the second one. Here, there is pretty much whatever I had asked for. Two high-rise buildings with podium, parking spaces, mixed-use development, children playing. I think more or less this has done the job for me, and I really like the way in which the third render is looking. So I will go ahead and upscale the third one. So I'll press on U3. So now U3 will come out as a render. Now, if you can see, this is exactly what I wanted. Children playing. There are a few commercial shops. There's a well-defined podium, wooden fins used in the elevation, two high-rise buildings, waterfront development. This is almost what I want. Also, the sky, the daylight, everything, all the parameters have been hit on point. Now, all I have to do is open it in browser. So it will come as a very, very well detailed image, and I have to just save the image on wherever I want to. I think it has done a real good job when it comes to understanding prompts and also giving me a very, very hyper detailed model of the same. Even this is looking really good, a very well detailed idea. Let's go ahead and give it some more prompts. Also, you could prompt ChatGPT for your materials, for your Photoshop materials, and because it gives you quite seamless textures, and I've already used this for my work. So let's see, I slash and imagine a prompt wherein I want a seamless tile patterns, but the aspect that I'm going to give, the parameter that I'm going to give here is dash dash, that I want a tile. Previously we gave a parameter of dash dash aspect ratio. Now this time I'm going to give it a tile because I want a seamless tile, And when I put this tile feature, when I download the tile and I put it on Photoshop, all of the edges are going to meet. So I'm very excited for that too. And we can also meanwhile open Photoshop and see whether what Midjourney is telling us is actually true. Here, as you can see, I have got beautiful Moroccan featured tiles. Now I just have to see whether these tile edges are meeting or no on all the four sides. So actually I am very very impressed with the number 3 tile here. So let's see, I just want to upscale the number 3 tile and see. So now it's given me a tile which is the number 3 one. I open it in browser. Oh, it's just beautiful. Now I copy this image directly onto my Photoshop, and overall, of course, I can play with the opacity and stuff like that. But the edges are meeting just perfectly. So if sometimes we are finding it very difficult to find samples, so all we can do is find samples for us all through Midjourney. What I've done is try to give a medium here. First, I want a sketch of an interior space that is a coffee bar. So I've already defined my problem, and now I'm going to give it a subject and give it a few solutions. So I'll just change the only sketch to a multicolor sketch because I want it to give me a few colors here and there. So I'll just change it to a multicolor sketch render. So it's just to be a little more safe and a little more detailed. My prompt should be as much as detailed as possible. Use of natural lights, natural materials, daylight coming through large windows, fair enough. Here in this case what I want is a good portrait image, so I'll just give the command of a portrait image, dash dash aspect ratio being 9 by 16. Let's see. I've already made a landscape image. This time I'm trying to create a portrait image. So that's why I've given the aspect ratio that is 9 by 16. And we've already created tiles. In place of tiles, you can create a lot more. You could create grass, which is seamless. You could create tiles. You could create cut tiles, patterns, textures, veneer. Sometimes, the grains are also not matching. So veneer is one thing you can definitely go forward and use. Oh, beautiful. And if you can see, it's sort of a sketch. And I'm already very impressed with how this has come up. So if you see very very closely, it's actually just a sketch, but complete use of wooden interior statement pieces. And I'm really in awe of the first and the second one. So I'll just go ahead and type on V1. That is because I want variations of number 1. You can always ask ChatGPT to type your prompts. So AI can be used to its fullest. So I've also tried that, wherein if I'm not sure of what words to come up with, I always give it an organic cafe and I can always say type a few words for prompts for the same. Let's see if I can just pick up one of them. And I really really am in awe of the last one. It's exactly actually what I had in mind. So I'll just go ahead and type on U4. So U4 is a render I really really like. So I open it in browser, and voila, if you see, it's a very beautiful coffee bar area. It has large windows, double height. It's at a street which it has understood, and it has wooden interiors. And if you see, it is also looking like an architectural multicolor rendered sketch. So very good results which you can get. Even the use of statement lights, planters, I think it's just perfect. This is exactly what I had in mind. And yes, through prompts you can do a pretty good job. Last one, the thing I'm going to use in Midjourney is I just want to try the Midjourney blend feature. That is, I can blend two images very very seamlessly. So now it is asking me to upload two images. Let's see, I already have a few images which I would like to work on. Okay, so I do have a living room interior. I'll just enter and upload one image. And if I want a certain kind of an image wherein I want it to be inspired from, say, Japanese interiors, because I'm always a fan of Japanese. If you follow me, you'd know that I am in awe of Japanese and Zen interiors. So let's see. This is, I really like this image. So I'll just, save this image onto my desktop. So I'll again go to my Midjourney. I've already saved this image, and let's get going. as an idea. So this is my Japanese based interior. So I want to sort of blend these images. This is the existing, render of a SketchUp model that I've already made. And this is something I want to be like inspired from. So I want to blend this image. And also, if I can write, I can just type the aspect ratio that I want it to be a 16:9 aspect ratio. So I'll just type in AR, that is 16 by 9, enter. So let's see. So I haven't given any prompts to it, and I don't want to like influence it through any kind of prompts. I have just simply put in two links, two images, and I've just asked it to give me at a certain aspect ratio. Now I just want to see how it blends these two images into one. Does it understand that what my model is, uh, you know, uh, and what it can be inspired from? So I just want to see how it comes up. So the images do take a little while because it's a Discord group. So if you're using Midjourney app, if you've already created more than 100 images, it's not going to be a very difficult task for you. And yes, so it has come up with certain four images, but I'm actually not very disappointed with the kind of output that I've got. It has taken care of the kind of geometry I already had in place, and it has sort of built a control bar kind of a thing around my image, and it has given a little Japanese textures here and there from the second reference image that I tried to give it. So sometimes if prompts don't work, even reference images do work. So this was so let's see, I'll just show you all. So this is my actual image, and this is what Midjourney has come up with. And it has taken care of a little bit of ethos. It has taken care of the large windows. It has added curtains on its own, and it has given a few statement pieces inspired from the second image. So if you see closely, it has made a few changes here and there, but I'm actually not very disappointed with the changes it has actually made. And so yeah, overall a good result. And yeah, I'm pretty much impressed with the Midjourney. Midjourney is definitely going to be my go-to for a few reference images. So sometimes it's very difficult to grab reference images. You can always face an issue of copyright. So this is Midjourney gives you the idea of not using copyright at all. You will never face the issue of copyright here, and you can always just slash and imagine. Also, one of my favorite commands that I always use is imagine prompt something like Zaha Hadid. If you can just give it as simple prompts as possible, it gives you just mind-blowing results for a little brainstorming here and there. Sometimes the more liberty while brainstorming, the more liberty you give to AI, it will come up with ideas which probably you didn't have. So if you don't have any ideas in your head as to what prompts to give and as to what ideas that you can put it in words, sometimes just giving it simple ideas, some very simple prompts will also give you best results, and at least it will get your mind churning. And let's see what it comes up with. This is one of the last prompts I'm going to give, and voila. Sometimes it's very difficult to just make prompts. And I have not even mentioned to give lights. I didn't even mention it to give trees in the background. Sometimes the prompts itself explain for itself. If you have written public intervention, it knows that it's a public space, it knows that there'll be trees and all, and Zaha Hadid, so it knows how to do its curves. So sometimes if you don't have anything in mind, the best way is to just give it simple prompts, basically one liner prompts, and your job is done. Also, if you always want to get more from Midjourney, there is this search option here, if you can see. So as soon as you go to the search option, you can always go ahead and find what kind of ideas you want, where to get inspired from some other person's content. What you can do, a very good way, is to just go to your Midjourney app, go to any of the newbies accounts, and then in that account you can search for, say, residential. So anything anybody is making regarding residential, you will be able to see here. So see what people have actually created. So this is bird's eye view, and this is some model they've trying to make, an architectural model. Someone's trying to make like a green building. So you can go to these various chat rooms and see what they have created, what are the prompts they are giving. if you can see, detailed prompts are there. You can just learn from what others are doing as well. And simply in your search option, select another chat room for yourself. Go to any of these chat rooms. There are like general chat rooms, there are like newbie chat rooms. You can go to any of these and search for whatever niche that you are looking for, and simply search for them. Also, it's divided into new, old, and relevant tabs, so you can go ahead and see what people are doing. And if you like something, if something pleases you, you can always go ahead and simply jump to that Mid Journey bot, and simply blindly just pick up what their prompt is, add it into your prompt, and you can always like slash and imagine, and literally copy, just copy paste it, make a few additions of whatever you want, and just come up with the new variants. So it's that simple. So Mid Journey is definitely a big hands up, thumbs up software. And you can definitely subscribe to its subscription model, and it's like $11 for 3 months. So it's actually very cheap. 1,000 rupees is not a big deal. I mean, we pay Netflix, we pay for Amazon, and this is like nothing. This will definitely help you in your academics as well. So yeah, please get going, like, share, and subscribe.